Welcome back, everybody. I previously did a video on how to do a trach change. I'm doing a video now on how to clean the trach. Don't mind the dishes over there. So you can do it in your kitchen sink, that's fine. Make sure that the sink itself is empty and clean. So you get a trach tray like that. You can use the gloves that comes with it if you want. I usually don't, but the things that you need are these two pipe cleaners. Make sure to wet them off first. One of them I put dish soap on, just a little bit, just like that much. Rub it together just to get it all soapy. You can take your trach and just run it through, until it comes to the bottom. Most of the time, the first run through you'll get any junk that's built up in there. Some trachs, after a while, they'll get kind of yellowy on the outside. That's okay. Alright, and you'll also have a brush like this. Again, just wash it off. You can use it to clean the outside as best as you can. It won't fit in here, but that's okay. You don't really want that kind in there because it has metal. So make sure you just get all the built up secretions that are in there. Some trachs, I don't know if you can see it, but some trachs has a little bit of a see-through part on the top, or on the side, I mean. You can judge whether or not there's still mucus built up in there. There is. You can also go through the bottom and see if you can get it to come out the top. You do have to be careful with these pipe cleaners because they do bend and they can sometimes get stuck. See all of that came out. Alright, and then get all the soap off your hands. You can run the water through. Make sure you get all the soap off. That second pipe cleaner, the one that just has water on it, just run it through just to get all the soap out from on the inside. And alright, so then keep a hold on your trach. The trach tray also comes with this handy dandy little tray. Make sure that the water is warm, not hot, because that can damage it, but warm. You can fill it about halfway, and then set it down in your sink, and then get just regular hydrogen peroxide. 3% is what we use, and take your tray, and so half of it is water. Fill the other half with hydrogen peroxide. I usually let it sit for about half an hour, and then after half an hour you can put it on another tray like this if you have one, or a clean bowl or plate or something with a paper towel, just until it dries out. And then, hold on, I'll bring it over to where we normally do all of our stuff. So, let me see, can I turn the camera around? No, so I'll do it this way. So we have part of the counter that's set up for his you know, syringes, things like that. We usually keep his tray right there. We have another one like that we kept from a different tray. You can just get, hold on, regular piece paper towel, fold it, don't know if you can see it, fold it in half like that, fold it in half like that, and then just stick it in your tray. Sorry, the lighting is really bad in here. I usually set a timer because I get busy doing stuff, especially if it's at night. I get busy getting him ready for bed, that I forget about taking it out after half an hour. When it gets done drying, you can put it in a regular sandwich bag. Make sure to label it on what size it is, because in your some people usually have the size trach that your child uses, and sometimes you have another trach that is a size lower, just in case for some reason it doesn't go in the first time. You can use a smaller trach to get it in, and then change it to the regular size after. Like sometimes if they're fussing too much, it doesn't really work. Gideon's pretty good that he usually will calm down. It doesn't usually fuss. If you saw our last video, he didn't really fuss that much when we actually changed his trach. The worst part for him is when we do the trach ties. As you also saw in the previous video, I have a trach change bag. I label on the outside bag on what's in it, just so that whoever needs to do the trach change, they're aware of what's in it. Gideon has a Mavona Flex End 3.0 trach, so that's what I write on the plastic bag that the trach actually goes in. Make sure to have the trach in a separate bag, or just so that it stays sterile as possible if you're reusing trachs. Some medical supply companies provide enough trachs for you to not have to do that. Our supply company doesn't, unfortunately. Anything else? Make sure that if you use the hydrogen peroxide that you do half and half, or it can ruin your trach. Don't use bleach. Before we were taught to use boiling water, also bad for it. It can actually wear out some of the, if you're using plastic, it can actually melt the plastic a little bit. If you're using a Bavona like Gideon has, it has little like metal pieces on the inside. If you use boiling water, it can actually melt the rubber so that the metal comes out. That's not safe for him. Also, always remember to have a fork. That's what this thing is called. See, oh, it pops out every now and then. Make sure to have one of these in your trach bag, because, as I said in the previous video, if your child has something on the end and it gets stuck, you're gonna have to do a trach change if you don't have one of these. So it just saves you some trouble. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I've been doing this with him for like 3 years now, so I'm not an expert, but I do know at least a little bit. Hope you like this video. Hope it helps. Hope it informs you. And comment if you have any more questions, or if you have any other medical videos you want me to do. Some of them I might not be able to do just because I'm using my son as a demonstration, I guess. But I hope you all have a great night. Love you guys. Bye.